Welcome to our guide on how to plant roses. This video is designed to help both novice and experienced gardeners understand the key aspects of rose planting and care. Roses, known for their beauty and variety, can enhance any garden, but they do require specific conditions and care to flourish. This guide will take you through the process step by step, from selecting the right type of rose to ensuring its health and longevity. Understanding the various types of roses can greatly enhance one's gardening experience by helping to select the best varieties for specific needs and garden styles. Here's a detailed look at some of the most popular types of roses. Hybrid tea roses are one of the most popular and recognizable types of roses. They are known for their large, high-centered buds and symmetrical blooms that typically form on a single stem. Each flower can be up to 5 inches in diameter and comes in a wide range of colors. These roses bloom repeatedly throughout the growing season and are often fragrant. Hybrid teas are excellent for cutting gardens and formal flower beds, but require regular care and maintenance to prevent diseases and pests. Floribunda roses were bred by crossing hybrid teas with polyantha roses. The result is a rose that produces flowers in large clusters, offering a more prolonged display of blooms compared to the solitary blooms of hybrid teas. Floribundas are generally shorter and bushier, making them suitable for a wide range of garden uses, including borders and low hedges. They are slightly more robust and have better disease resistance than hybrid teas. Climbing roses are not a specific rose variety, but a group of cultivars that grow longer and more flexible canes than their bush-forming relatives. These roses are perfect for training on pillars, fences, arbors, and pergolas. Climbing roses can reach up to 15 feet or more and need support as they do not have the natural ability to cling to structures. While some climbers bloom only once per season, many newer varieties offer repeat blooms. Shrub roses encompass a broad range of roses that do not fit into the traditional categories. They vary greatly in size and form, from low-growing to quite tall. Shrub roses are valued for their hardiness, disease resistance, and informal growth habit, making them ideal for use in a landscape where a less structured form is desired. These roses often bloom repeatedly and can provide a large quantity of flowers throughout the season. Miniature roses are essentially scaled-down versions of traditional rose varieties. They grow to a maximum of 15 inches in height, making them perfect for container gardening, borders, and small spaces. Despite their small size, they are hardy and grow well both indoors and outdoors. Miniature roses have small flowers and leaves but come in as many colors and forms as their larger counterparts. Ground cover roses are low-growing, spreading varieties that are used to cover large areas and control erosion. These roses are bred for their durability and ability to flourish under a variety of conditions with minimal care. They typically have smaller flowers which bloom profusely from spring until frost, providing a colorful ground-level display. Each type of rose offers unique characteristics and advantages for different gardening projects, allowing for a rich and diverse cultivation experience. When choosing the ideal location for planting roses, several key environmental factors must be considered to ensure the roses not only survive, but thrive. Roses are naturally versatile plants that have adapted to various climates over the centuries, but they do have specific preferences that can significantly influence their health and blooming. Roses require at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day to perform best. This sunlight is crucial for photosynthesis, the process by which plants produce energy, and ultimately for flowering. Morning sun is especially beneficial because it helps dry the dew on the leaves, thereby reducing the risk of fungal infections such as black spot and powdery mildew. While some rose varieties, particularly certain shrub roses, can tolerate partial shade, full sunlight is ideal for most types. The best soil for roses is rich, well-draining loam. Roses do not thrive in heavy clay soils without modification, or in sandy soils that can drain too quickly and do not hold nutrients well. The soil should be rich in organic matter. Amending the soil with compost or aged manure can greatly improve its quality. The ideal pH for rosy soil is between 6.5 and 7.0, which allows roses to absorb the optimal amount of nutrients. We encourage you to perform a soil test prior to planting to adjust pH levels accordingly using lime, to raise pH, or sulfur, to lower pH if needed. Roses are originally native to various parts of the world, including North America, Europe, and Asia, indicating their adaptability to different environments. Wild roses, for instance, are often found growing in open woodlands and forest edges, areas that provide partial sunlight and well-drained soil. The natural resilience and adaptive nature of wild roses have been harnessed and enhanced in garden varieties through centuries of breeding. In addition to sunlight and soil conditions, protection from harsh elements is necessary. Planting roses in a spot sheltered from strong winds can prevent damage to the plants and reduce dehydration. However, it's essential to ensure good air circulation around the plants to deter fungal diseases. Avoid planting roses too close to walls, fences, or other barriers that can restrict airflow and create damp, shadowy conditions conducive to disease. Roses should be planted where they will not have to compete heavily with other plants for nutrients, water, and light. They should not be planted under the canopy of large trees or too close to shrubs that might overshadow them or root systems that could dominate the soil. Adequate space between rose plants and other garden flora also helps improve air circulation, reducing the risk of disease. Throughout history, roses have been cultivated in diverse regions, from the formal rose gardens of Europe to the ornamental gardens of Asia, demonstrating their wide adaptability. Understanding these historical and cultural contexts can provide insights into how best to mimic optimal growing conditions in a garden setting. To begin planting, you will need a few basic tools. A sturdy spade or shovel is essential for digging planting holes. Gardening gloves are recommended to protect the hands from thorns and dirt. Additionally, having a bucket or hose for watering and secateurs for pruning can be very useful during the planting process. The quality of the soil is crucial for the health of rose plants. Most garden soils will benefit from the addition of organic matter. Compost, well-rotted manure, or peat moss can be mixed into the native soil to improve its fertility and structure. For adjusting soil pH, lime may be required if the soil is too acidic, or sulfur if it is too alkaline. Timing is also a critical factor in planting roses. The ideal time for planting depends largely on the climate. In regions with mild winters, fall planting is beneficial because it allows the roots to establish before the onset of summer heat. In colder regions, early spring after the last frost is the best time. This gives the plants a full growing season to establish themselves before the winter. Preparing the soil is a critical step in ensuring that rose plants thrive in their new environment. Roses are quite particular about their soil needs, requiring well-draining soil enriched with organic matter to support their growth and flowering. Before planting, it is vital to check the soil's drainage capabilities. Poor drainage can lead to waterlogged soil, which is detrimental to rose health as it promotes root rot. To test drainage, dig a hole approximately 12 inches deep and fill it with water. Observe how long it takes for the water to drain completely. Ideally, the water should drain within an hour. If the drainage is slower, incorporating amendments like coarse sand or organic matter can help improve soil texture and drainage. Roses thrive in soil rich in organic matter, which improves soil structure, drainage, and nutrient content. Mix in well-rotted compost, aged manure, or peat moss into the top 12 to 18 inches of soil. This not only enhances the soil's ability to retain moisture and nutrients, but also makes it easier for roots to penetrate and establish. The optimal pH for roses is slightly acidic to neutral, around 6.5 to 7.0. Testing the soil's pH can determine if any adjustments are necessary. If the soil is too acidic, adding garden lime can help raise the pH. Conversely, if the soil is too alkaline, incorporating sulfur can lower the pH to a more suitable level. When digging the hole for planting, it should be wide enough to accommodate the spread of the roots and deep enough so that the base of the stems, or the graft union, sits at or just above ground level. The width of the planting hole for roses should generally be about twice as wide as the root ball or the spread of the roots. This width provides enough space to spread out the roots naturally without bending or crowding them, which can promote better root growth and easier establishment in the new location. For example, if the root ball or the roots of your rose plant measure about 12 inches in diameter, the hole should be approximately 24 inches wide. This spaciousness allows you to add amendments like compost or aged manure around the roots, enhancing the soil's structure and fertility right where the roots can benefit from them the most. Additionally, a wider hole makes it easier to ensure that the soil around the roots is loosely packed, improving air circulation to the roots and overall plant health. Planting roses correctly is essential to ensure their health and success in the garden. Whether dealing with bare root roses or container-grown plants, method of planting can significantly influence their development and bloom quality. Bare root roses are typically available during the dormant season and require some preparation before planting. The roots should be soaked in water for about 12 hours to rehydrate them, which helps ease the transition into new soil. When creating the planting hole, make a small mound of soil in the center to support the plant. Spread the roots around this mound evenly and fill the hole gradually, ensuring the graft union, the swollen part where the roots meet the stem, is positioned just above the soil surface. This positioning is crucial as it prevents the graft union from being too exposed or buried, which could affect the plant's growth and vulnerability to frost. Container-grown roses are less shock-sensitive when planted because they come with a developed root system. Start by carefully removing the rose from its container, taking care to minimize root disturbance. Loosen any circling roots to encourage them to grow outward into the surrounding soil. The planting hole should be as deep as the root ball and twice as wide. Place the plant in the hole, ensuring that the top of the root ball is level with the surrounding ground. Backfill the hole with the removed soil, mixed with compost, pressing down gently to eliminate air pockets. Once the rose is in place, water it thoroughly to settle the soil around the roots and help eliminate any remaining air gaps. This initial watering is crucial for establishing good contact between the roots and the soil, promoting better water and nutrient uptake. After watering, apply a layer of mulch around the base of the plant, keeping it a few inches away from the stems to prevent moisture buildup that can lead to disease. The mulch helps maintain soil moisture and temperature and discourages weed growth. Successfully planting roses sets the stage for a garden filled with vibrant blooms and lush foliage. By understanding the specific needs of different rose varieties, choosing the ideal location, preparing the soil meticulously, and employing careful planting techniques, you can ensure that their roses have the best possible start. Remember, the key to thriving roses lies not just in the planting process but also in ongoing care, including proper watering, fertilizing, and pruning practices.